This is the last dissection we're going to be doing. This is the cow eye. And these are a little bit smaller than what we normally get in, but I think you're going to be able to see just about everything in these. So let's start here with this first one. So scroll down. So this is cut open, but this is the top of the eye. So the eye would have been like this. So you can actually see here, there is what you would consider the eyeball. So if we look on the back side of it, we're going to notice that there's this thing right here. This is marble sized, and this is the lens. It's opaque now. It would have been see-through at one time. This is some of the vitreous humor jelly that's attached to it. But at one time it would have been clear, but since the cow has died. Now if you look here at the bottom of this, let me see if I can get it turned inside out here. Now you'll see here's the pupil. Now the pupil in your eye is actually just an opening. This black thing around it here, and if you can see, it's got little striations on it. That is the iris diaphragm. So it opens up when it's dark to allow a lot more light in, and when it's really light outside, it closes so not too much light comes into the cow. But on the outside here, this tough outer covering of the eye, that's the cornea. That protects things from getting inside of your eye or damaging the inside of your eye, because the pupil is just a hole. And if it wasn't for the cornea, you could actually take your finger and go right through and touch the back of your eye, which would not be a good thing. Plus, insects and everything else would be going in there. So there was the pupil, there's the iris diaphragm, and sitting right behind that was the lens. And so the lens will focus the light to the back of the eye here. See this tan region right here? This is the retina, and it's just like a little membrane that covers the back of the eye. And so this is the retina, and you can just scoop that retina aside. And where the retina attaches is right here. That is where the optic nerve is, in the back of the eye. And this, it's a very pretty little area here. This is the choroid area. It reflects light back up onto the retina, so the light that comes through the retina can be reflected back up. If we look at the back of the eye, there's a tube right here. Let me get my probe. This tube right here is the optic nerve that comes out of the back of the eye, and that travels to the brain. So there's the optic nerve right there. So that's about all you're going to be able to see on this. And here is another one. There's that retina that's attached to the back of the eye. And so the retina has the photoreceptors, which for us is the rods and the cones. The rods let us see in low-level light, the cones in bright light, and with the cones we see color. And so if let me pull this apart, maybe get a scalpel here and slice it apart. All right, so this again, there's the cornea. And here is the lens that fits right inside of the eye, right behind the iris. So we can see the pupil in there and the iris diaphragm. And then the cornea is here on the outside. So that's about all we're going to be able to see in this. There's not a macula here on the cow, so that's something we're not going to be able to see. But you can see, quite a bit. The cornea, the pupil, the iris, the retina, the lens, and so and even that vitreous humor, the jelly-like stuff that stays in there for the light to pass through. So that's about all we're going to see here with the cow eye. The cow eye, this dissection will not be on the test. We will use the eye mop, which we go over in the lecture for that lab.